We should have cooked that in long, and we're live at the Batesville 1994 Mini Daytona. Steven, are you expecting a good race today?
I'm expecting a great race. Today, driving, we have Brad Austin. Okay, he's like the #2 ranked driver on the IndyCar circuit, okay? And we also have Brian Bailey. He's right behind him in third. And Ed is rounding out the bottom 10 on the points with Ed Whitlow.
Before our viewers are confused, this is the Indy circuit, the mini Indy circuit in Batesville, not the real one.
Yes, this is not the Indy 500, folks. Yes.
The quality of driving you will see today is much less than that of the Indy 500.
And we have a late entry by Alvin Malone, a surprise entry to this year's mini Indy at Batesville. He is ranked number 25th in the world, but he is a very ferocious driver.
Also known as Crash Davis.
That's right. We were expecting a good race from him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest announcer today, Mr. Tim Dixon. Tim, how are you doing today?
Fine and dandy on this nice, cool, but yet a little tan on the humid side, even in Batesville, Arkansas.
Yes. Tim, what do you expect out of our drivers today?
I expect Brian Bailey to win it all.
See, now,
in the green car.
Now, Tim, this is where we differ. I think Brad Austin will take it today. He has been hot all season, and he just got a new paint job on his car. Unfortunately, he had a wreck in his last race, so he had to get a new body on his car. But Tim is all set and ready to go.
Tim and Steven, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to disagree with you both. I would put my money on Alvin Malone. The underdog from Newport, starting dead last.
Well, I think it's safe to say that we all agree that Ed will not win.
What are they doing?
They're trying to get all lined up like in real race.
Brian is holding the pole position today. We're about to start. We seem to be having some problem on the race course. I'm not quite sure what it is. Maybe Brad Austin didn't finish digesting his...
rumor, but I heard that Brian Bailey is the fastest car today. He qualified at 2.99 seconds, which is the fastest speed on this track known to man.
Brian Bailey qualifying with a 2.99. That's 2 seconds, folks. We don't know how he did it, but...
We just have found a nice-looking girl walking up to watch the race. Mr. Cameraman, you're going to have to get a good shot of this later. Yes. And they're off. They would not start.
Brian Bailey starting off with an early lead. Brian Bailey off to an uncontested lead.
Bailey is rounding turn number 3. Brad Austin is a close second. He's gaining some ground. He's taking the inside lane fast and hard.
I don't see anybody challenging Brian at this point in the race. Brad Austin in second.
Yes, and Ed is being caught up with by Alvin Malone. I see a possible challenge for third place in the
now the part of the course where we lose track for just a moment.
Yes. And here comes the racers now. There goes Brian
Bailey still in the lead. Alvin Malone. He's in third place, right, Steven?
Yes, no. Alvin is in fourth right now.
I'm sorry, that would be Ed Whitlow.
Ed Whitlow is running
in third place.
But wait, here comes Alvin on the inside lane. He's challenging Ed Whitlow. Oh, he bumps him.
Crash Davis getting in rare form early in the race.
Okay, the drivers resettle. Yes, Malone is challenging again for the inside
lane. It
is
not hard to figure out at this point why his nickname is Crash Davis, folks.
Look at Bailey. He's already getting the victory wave.
Bailey, filled with confidence, is waving to us already, folks.
He's going to have a hard time getting past that car.
Yes.
Brian is just way too fast.
Look, the real race is for third. Yes, Alvin Malone wipes out Ed Whitlow and takes over third place.
That's Crash Davis for you. Taking out his big brother.
Yes, the real race here was for third place, folks.
We'll have to see if the judges are going to disqualify Alvin for illegal contact. We won't find out till the end of the race, though.
Ed Whitlow looks like they got the duct tape out on his car and he's back in the race.
There's our leader, Brian Bailey.
And I think it's safe to say, barring any mechanical difficulties, that Brian Bailey has wrapped this race up.
Alvin Malone challenging for second. That's where our real race is right now, folks. Brian Bailey in a commanding lead. Our focus is turned to the race.
Oh
for
yes,
second.
now Alvin Malone is challenging for second.
There goes our leader, Brian Bailey, but we're paying attention to the race for second place. Alvin Malone challenging Brad Austin.
Well, Malone has been quite the story for this entire race. He starts off dead last, works his way up to third, and he's challenging Brad Austin for second. Yes, he's making his move. That is the crucial point where he passed Ed Whitlow 2 laps ago.
Yes, and that pass is still in question.
Ed Whitlow's car is about to give
There we
out.
have Ed Whitlow apparently having some difficulties.
Chris, you're the spectator.
Yes, and the crowd goes wild.
And look at this crowd, folks. They're going nuts. This is Victoria, right? Hi, Victoria. You don't know me. My name is Chris Lynch. We're changing back.
Wait, Brad's catching up for second. Alvin Malone is losing ground. Where's Ed?
We have another guest announcer, folks. Duke Huffman.
All right, I think it's safe to say Ed Whitlow is pretty pissed off.
If nothing else, Ed's car is making some wonderful
Look
noise.
at this. Brad Austin is challenging for second. I mean, for first.
Brian Bailey must be having some technical difficulties with his car.
Look at Brad Austin make the move. His experience is showing.
Brad Austin!
Look at him go for the inside lane. He's working it.
What has come over Brad Austin?
And Malone has dropped off somewhere.
I don't understand it.
Malone has, out of his grace, let Whitlow pass. He's been running into Ed all day. And Malone is just playing. He's just toying with Ed now. He lets him regain third just for the fun of it. Probably so he can pass him later in the race. Austin is challenging. Look at him. Oh, he's fighting for it.
Here we have Brad Austin and Brian Bailey still fighting for first place.
It'll be tough for Brad to get around that green car.
Alvin is just cruising along in third. He is content to finish in third place for this race. Oh, Austin's making the move. He looks like he's taking the outside lane, and we lose sight of him. Oh, they're coming into the pit.
Race.
And it is Brian Bailey.
Brian Bailey is our victor today. Scott, what did you think of the race?
It was exhilarating.
Scott Huffman, a man of few words.
Let's eat pizza.
Steven, a man of his stomach.
I should have bet on the race.
Tim, a man of his wallet. And me, well, I'm just me.
Yes. Okay, let's move over to where the racers will be coming off. So
Quite a race. We're going to go get some post-race interviews.
The race. Where are you going?
Congratulations, Brian.
Well, I think this shows that. Well, I can't say what I'm trying to say because Mama's with me. This shows that I'm more of a man. I'm glad that you have seen.
Congratulations. Alvin, what happened to you, sir?
Tried to kill me.
Ed, you apparently were having some difficulties with your car. I noticed that towards the end of the race, your car started to hum Yankee Doodle Dandy. Was that true, or am I false in that report?
You are very false. My car was injured due to the fact that that man right there, who hurt me, he ran into me twice.
Brad Austin.
I think this proves that once Bailey got his head start, we stayed about exactly even. I think we were equal drivers. He chose the first car, so therefore he wins.
It was an unusual start, and Brad, I was impressed. All of a sudden, you pulled very close to Brian. What happened?
He slowed down and waited for me, much as I did to Alvin. But Alvin, fortunately, just couldn't keep up with me. I don't know if it's my experience or just my skill that enabled me to pull away from him once again, unlike Ed was able to.
Brian, is that true that you slowed down just to compete with Brad Austin?
Yeah, actually, through the whole race, I was like half throttle, just trying to baby the boy. But what that actually proves then is that his car was far superior to mine, and that any other. No, I'm lying. I wasn't half throttle the whole time.
I believe we still have a dispute. Ed Whitlow is still upset about the mishap.
Going to kill him.
Alvin Malone has been quiet to this point. Alvin, could I please get a statement? Alvin Malone, a man of few words.
Hey, Alvin, you better go eat your pizza.
Well, good luck to you, Brian, next year on the
Get a
circuit.
good shot of the audience over there. So they're looking at the batting cage.
Folks, that's our audience today. An excited bunch. Rarely do you find this intensity, only in Batesville.